Welcome back to my market review series. In this video, I'll be going through my trade plan for the British pound against the New Zealand dollar. And right off the bat, I'm going to explain my technical analysis. That is all these items on the chart. So this is the monthly time frame. I like to do my analysis from top to down. That is from higher time frames to the lower time frames. And in the monthly time frames, I always highlight the previous month's extremes. That is being the highest point of last month and the lowest point, as well as the mid range. And I use this horizontal rays. So this horizontal blue line is the previous month's low. This horizontal line on the opposite side is the previous month's high, and the mid range is this dotted blue line, the major dotted blue line. There are two dotted. This is the price line, then this is my previous month's high. So I then zoom into the lower time frame where I highlight my weekly levels. Just a second, let me clean the chart. Let me clear this. So zooming down to the weekly, I do the same for the weekly. That is, I highlight my uh, the extremes of the previous week. So sorry. The reason for this is for context. I'd like to know compared to the previous month, where is the price right now? Are we bullish? Are we above the previous month's range? Are we below it? Are we within it? Same case applies to the weekly. So this is the weekly time frame, and my levels are marked out by this white horizontal ray at the bottom, and the top horizontal ray coincides with the blue line, so it's difficult to see. So the previous week's high is also the previous month's high. Then the previous week's mid range is this white dotted line. So now that we're all caught up on those levels, we're going to zoom into the daily. But from that alone, you can see that price has had quite the wave to the upside, and that is quite a sustained wave to the upside. So zooming down to the daily, this is where I look for my areas of value. These are points of interest where I am likely to take a trade. So price action on such levels dictates to me whether depending on the price action at the level, whether I take a long or a short. So onto the daily, there is this particular uh, zone right here. This blue zone is a daily order block. Let me show you how I settled on it as an order block. So scrolling to the left, you can see that right here, this blue candle, this blue zone, which is as a result of this final buy candle before this move, was the origin for this sustained downtrend, as you can see. Let me zoom in for, yeah. So this zone was the origin of this sustained down move. And ever since then, price has not yet visited that zone, and it just recently did. So that zone is an important area for me. So depending on the price action at the zone, I would prepare myself for a short or a long. So after highlighting that zone right here, price rose to the zone and had an aggressive sell-off. So as you can see, these are 1, 2, 3, 4 days of selling. That is 4 days of blue candles, the sell candles, uh, right after reaching our point of interest. Then on the opposite side, we also have a minor origin right here. So this last sell candle led to this explosive, aggressive move to the upside. So to me, this is a point of interest. This is a level where if price reaches this zone, I would either expect a bounce that would have a sustained move to the upside as a result, or price action that will show me we are going to go lower. But before this, I won't make any um, decision. I wouldn't be interested in taking longs or shorts before I see the price action at such levels. Then now down to the 4 hourly. This is where I look for my triggers for trades, and so as can be seen right here, price had a sell-off, a major sell-off after visiting our point of interest. Then also price was rising in such a formation. So after this sell-off, I I I discovered this rising, you see this parallel channel. So I highlighted it just for context as well. And now, after that sell off, my signal for selling started to develop. But I needed more metrics from my strategy in order to pull the trigger on my shots. So, what I anticipate after such a sell off is the break of the low that led to the visit of our point of interest. So, if this law is broken, now I start looking for a trigger to short the market. So, as you can see, the sell off broke our market structure right here. And the origin of this sell off is this particular uh, order block. However, in such scenarios where where there is an order block and almost a similar order block above it. I don't know how to put it correctly in words, but uh, through my backtested data, I always, if there is such a candle above uh, my my presumed order block, I incorporate it in as the origin. If not, I just place my limit orders at this level, but place my stops above the particular candle and not above the final sell candle as I would typically do. So what I was waiting for is is price to break that structure, and it did. Then resume the origin and give me a trigger here on the internal structure, that being the lower time frames. Then I would ride this move all the way down. And as per a few moments ago, I have been triggered into the market and I am short uh, British pound against the New Zealand dollar. So this is how my short looks like. Let me first clear my charts. Second. So I'm looking to ride this whole move down. However, I have two targets. So this level is my first target. Then this is my second target. By that I mean take profit levels. So I'll partially take profits on the way down, and so my positions look um, yeah. So as per a few minutes ago, I have been triggered into the market, and I'm looking to ride this move up until up until here. So it's a 10-hour trade, but our initial profit will be at this level. Then the second profit will be at this level. So that's that. And I'll make an update during the trade. If you're stopped out, I'll also make an update. And if we take profit, I'll also make an update. That's that. Make sure to watch the rest of my playlist.